Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night at the Interweb. Now let's welcome your host with a big round of applause, Joseph Ballard.
Happiness, the greatest gift that I possess. I thank the Lord that I've been blessed with my own share of happiness. To me, this world is a wonderful place. I'm the luckiest human in the whole human race. I've got no silver and I've got no gold, but I've got happiness in my soul. Oh, happiness to me is an ocean tide, a sunset fading on the mountainside, a big old heaven with the stars above, when I'm in the arms of the one I love. Oh, happiness, the greatest gift that I possess. I thank the Lord that I've been blessed with my own share of happiness. Happiness is a field of grain, turning its face in the falling rain. I see it in the sunshine, breathe it in the air. Happiness everywhere. A wise old man told me one time, happiness is a frame of wine. When you go to measuring a man's success, don't count money, count happiness. Oh, happiness, the greatest gift that I possess. I thank the Lord that I've been blessed with my own share of happiness. Oh, happiness, the greatest gift that I possess. I thank the Lord that I've been blessed with more than my share of happiness. I got more than my share of happiness. Welcome to tonight's show of Sunday night at the Interweb. Yes, I'm your host, Joseph Ballard. Thank you to those who've been supporting the show and tuning in for all of our broadcasts so far. And thank you to our audience here tonight. It's lovely. I hope you're all dressed up, because it's nice to get dressed up every now and again, especially when going to the theatre, darling. It's always lovely to be dressed up. Oh. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a unicycle and a very well dressed man on a bicycle? Attire! Now, let's start with the news like we always do. Bad news, I'm afraid. There was a big fire at the circus. I'm told it was intense. There was also a robbery at the soap factory. Apparently the robbers made a clean getaway. And at the moment we're all thinking about, how we all are, looking after one another. And some youngsters are trying to earn a bit of cash every now and again, which is great. It's lovely. Let's support our youngsters. And maybe they've got time, if they're not doing school, to earn a bit of cash. And there's a young lad round the corner to me, and he's putting little notices through letterbox saying about handyman jobs, any job for this, any job for that. And you put a note through a letterbox of some people around the corner, a lovely couple they are, a lovely couple. He put a note through the letterbox in saying any jobs done, gardening jobs, outdoor jobs, not going inside, of course, like a bit of guttering up a ladder, bit of gardening, mowing the lawn, and things like that. And they came out, they stood on their doorstep, and the lads at the end of the driveway, and they said, excuse me lads, I've got a job for you. And the boy's like, yeah, what is it? He said, could you paint my porch? And the boy looks at everything and goes, I could paint your porch for you. And the man says, how much? And the boy looks at the porch and goes, 50 quid. And the man's like, great, job done, £50 and it's yours. Now it might take you all day, but don't rush the job. Please do not rush the job. I want it done properly. And the boy's like, don't worry, I will give you this job properly done, a proper paint job. So the boy's right, gonna get to work. So the couple go inside. Now the couple, they're a nice young couple, but they go inside and the wife says, here, does that boy know that our porch wraps all the way around the house, from the front to the side to the back garden? And the man's like, well, yeah, he was there looking at it, and he looked, he nodded, and he agreed, 50 quid. And the wife's like, he's going to paint our whole porch, front, side and back for £50. And the man's like, well, that's what he agreed. Anyway, an hour later, the boy's knocking at the door. He knocks at the door and he says, I've finished, I'm done. And the man and the wife are looking at him a bit confused, going, how could you have painted our porch in just an hour? And then the boy says, well, actually, there was some paint left, so I gave it 2 extra coats. And they're like, all in an hour? And the boy's like, so can I have my 50 quid then? And the couple on the doorstep going, all in an hour? And then the boy says, oh, by the way, it's not a porch, it's a BMW. Now it's time for...
Here is a random fact from Joseph, but not so random at all. A random fact, but not so random at all.
Oh, hello. Did you know that smiling is contagious? When you try smiling now? Even bigger, show us your teeth. Smiles are a universal symbol of happiness and friendliness throughout the whole wide world. Did you know it's easier to smile than it is to frown? Smiling can change your mood and reduce stress. When you're smiling, the whole world, it smiles with you. Did you know you can see a smile from over 300 feet away? Smiling makes you sound friendly, even when talking on the phone. I'll try that. Remember, smiling is contagious. It makes other people happy. One smile can light up 1,000,000 more smiles. Smiling is medicine. Oh, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Ba-ba.
But not so random at all.
So for this week's show, I asked people to send in their childhood memories, and I was hoping for a few more songs, perhaps a bit of nostalgia about children's TV or children's songs, and a lot of people wrote in about the stars of the stage and screen that remind them of childhood, of happiness, of happy memories. And of course, the great Ken Dodd was mentioned by a few people, hence Happiness sung at the start of the show, which was, of course, Ken Dodd's signature tune, and may he rest in peace. He only had to walk on stage and people would laugh and be with him. One of the greats. Some people asked me about my childhood memories, and some people asked what was the first musical theatre show that I got into. And at 13, 14 years old, of course, it was Grease. Grease had themes of relationships, of flirting, and all those sort of things. So as a teenager, it seemed quite attractive to go, wow, this is a cool musical. And I've been lucky enough to perform in Grease a few times as Danny. And this song is from a point in the show where I remember just stopping. And it was a point in the show where I could stop and close my eyes backstage in the dark and just listen and respect my fellow colleague, the performer on stage who's singing it. So this is a song that's not sung by Danny, it's sung by somebody else. And this song, I remember my vocal score when I was 13 or 14 on the keyboard, trying to get those notes, learning it. And for some reason, it really connected with me, because I think you can take the words really literally, but you kind of know it's got some grown-up feelings of love or something in it as well. So as a teenager, it really appealed to me, it really engaged with me, because you can engage with this song on many, many levels. I've never performed this song before, as it is a song sung by Sandy. And I'm going to sing this for you tonight, hopelessly devoted to you. Guess mine is not the first heart broken. My eyes are not the first to cry. My head is saying, fool, forget him. My heart is saying, don't let go. Hold on to the end, and that's what I intend to do. I'll hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Well, there you go. A song that meant a lot to me as a teenager, and here I am singing it kind of as a grown-up, but just for a bit of fun. So there you go. Now it's time for
Word of the day.
Is it on? Is it? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, action! Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Word of the Day. Word of the Day! Yay! Okay, thank you. So you remember Zeph? Hey, I'm Zeph. You remember me from last week? Hooray! Yes, they do. You're very, very excited, aren't you? Ah, yay! Okay, fantastic. So we're going to start off with Word of the Day. And last week's word was quite hard, wasn't it? Can you remember it? Can you remember it at all?
I think the word was.
What do you mean you can't remember what the word is? Well, you're not saying much today. You said quite a lot last week, didn't you?
You mean you did?
What?
Well, last week you said more. Now you're on camera. You're not saying so much. And neither am I.
Okay, lovely. So, today's word, let's start off with an easy word, shall we? Maybe a word that people know.
Cat.
Lovely. That's a good word of the day, isn't it, boys and girls? Cat. Can we say that after 3? 1, 2, 3.
Cat.
Lovely. Now let's think of another word. Anything at all?
Ass.
What?
Ass.
I don't think that's a good word. This is a family-friendly show.
Ass.
I don't think that's a good one.
Cat ass.
No, let's not talk about cat's bottom, shall we?
No.
What?
It's got more syllables in it.
More syllables?
More syllables. Catastrophe.
Oh, catastrophe.
Like your show.
No, okay. So we haven't got very well there, have we?
Oh.
No, we haven't, have we? I bet you can't even spell it. Can you spell cat?
Okay, here we go. C-A.
What do you mean? No, okay, so you're not very clever, are you? I think we should do a test.
I am very clever.
Are you?
I am so clever. I could have been a mastermind.
You could have been a mastermind, why weren't you?
I got the address wrong on the envelope. Oh.
Okay, let's start off. Question number 1.
Hooray!
What is the pathway called between two mountains?
Pass.
Correct. If you're driving along the road and the car stops abruptly in front of you, what should you do?
Pass.
Correct. When a footballer kicks the ball to another player, what is that called?
Pass.
Correct. Next question.
Is it easy?
It's kind of easy.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one. What? Okay, so next question. When sitting in an exam and you score the minimum number of points required, what is that called?
Pass.
Correct. Correct.
Aha!
Correct.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, well done.
No, you.
Why?
Well, you're talking.
No, you are.
Okay.
Where are the Andes?
At the end of your wristies.
What do you know about Damascus?
It kills 99.9% of all germs.
Okay, final question.
Is it easy?
Well, it's kind of easy.
Kinda easy?
Yeah, it's kind of easy. Here we go. If a man and a half takes a year and a half
Uh-huh.
to build a wall and a half
Uh-huh.
using bricks and a half,
Uh-huh.
and he has to travel from Plymouth to Devon walking backwards using a unicycle with a jar of marmalade on his head, what is the answer?
24 pounds.
Correct! You've passed the test. Yay! Thank you, well done, and join us next time for
Word of the day. Hooray!
Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that little interlude there. So, I've got a story to tell you, and I just wanted to share this with you in tonight's show. There were 3 gentlemen, and they tragically died in an accident altogether. And they were sent up to heaven, and there they were at the pearly gates of heaven. And as the gates slowly opened, the guys are thinking, wow, this is it, we're in heaven. St. Peter emerges through the clouds, and he says to them, gentlemen, welcome to heaven. Here you will spend all eternity being happy. And the 3 guys are like, wow, this is actually heaven. And there's St. Peter with his keys telling us we've arrived and we're going to be happy at heaven. St. Peter says, you may do whatever you wish in heaven, but don't step on a daisy. And the 3 guys are looking at each other going, what? And St. Peter repeats, do not step on a daisy, otherwise you will be punished. Welcome. And the 3 guys go through the pearly gates into heaven. It is lovely. Flowers, trees, wildlife, blue skies, food, drink, everything they could possibly want in heaven. They're having a lovely time. And they were very careful. They remembered not to step on a daisy. I mean, what is a daisy anyway? Isn't it a weed? So, there they are being careful, and then they're all playing around, and then one guy steps back. He has stepped on a daisy. What's going to happen? And then the clouds darken and the voice of St. Peter booms through the clouds. You have stepped on a daisy. You shall be punished. And suddenly the guy's arm starts to tingle and it starts to itch, and a chain appears around his arm. And then he looks at the chain, and then this woman appears next to him. He's chained to this woman, but this woman is the ugliest woman he has ever seen. Oh, funny eyes, funny face, funny chin, funny teeth, funny nose, funny eyebrow. He's looking at her. Oh, he is disgusted. St. Peter's voice booms through the cloud. You shall be chained to her for eternity as punishment for stepping on a daisy. And the guy sulks and shrugs and skulks off, chained to this woman who he thinks is the most ugliest woman he's ever seen. So the second and third guy are like, blimey, I'm going to be really careful now. Let's not step on a daisy. So they carry on doing what they're doing, and the next day they're walking along, sticking to the path, being careful not to tread on any daisy, and suddenly, oh, the second guy has trodden on a daisy. The clouds darken around him. The voice of St. Peter booms through the clouds. You have stepped on a daisy. I have warned you not to do so. You shall be punished. And suddenly the guy's arm starts to itch and tingle, and he's scratching away, and a chain appears around his arm, and he follows the chain, and it's attached to this woman who's the ugliest woman he has ever seen. Funny ears, funny chins, halitosis. Oh, he is like, oh, and he's now chained to this woman for all eternity, and he shrugs his shoulders and he skulks off with this woman into the distance. And the third guy's now thinking, blimey, I do not want to step on a daisy. I need to be so careful now not to step on a daisy. Well, a week passes, and you know what? He's had a lovely time in heaven. He's had the most brilliant time ever, and he's loving it. He's stuck to the path. He's been very careful not to stand on a daisy. And he's walking along nowhere near any daisies or any grass or anything, and suddenly his arm starts to itch and tingle, and he's scratching his arm, and a chain appears, and he looks at this chain, and next to him is the most beautiful woman he has ever seen. Beautiful eyes, beautiful hair, beautiful chin, beautiful nose. Everything he could possibly want in a woman is chained next to him, and he thinks, wow, I'm chained next to this beautiful woman for all eternity. Is this a reward? What is this about? And he says to the beautiful woman, hello, what's this about? And she says, well, I don't know about you, but I stepped on a daisy. So now it's time for...
What is Joseph on about? What is he on about? What is Joseph on about? What is he on about? What is he on about? What is Joseph on about?
Yes, this is the bit of the show where it is called What is Joseph on about? And you, in the audience, have to guess what on earth I am on about. So it's a bit like charades or charades, where I act something out. And remember, I'm a trained professional actor, darlings. So you're in good, safe hands. You have to guess what on earth I'm on about. We've had place names, we've had phrases and sayings, we've had all sorts. So no clues at all this week before I do it. So good luck in the audience. See if you can guess what on earth I am on about. What is Joseph on about? Here we go. I'll just get into character. Okay. Oh, shoo. Oh, not me, love. Ooh. Okay. Any guesses at all? Any? Some down the front, some up in the gods, some at the sides. Oh, the royal box. No, nothing there at all. Okay, so I'll do it one more time for you. Here we go. Oh. Oh, not here, love. No. Ugh. Okay, any guesses at all? So I've done that twice for you. Let's break it down. Break it down. Let's break it down. Here we go. So, first of all, we had... What's that? Yep, that's a puppy. Not an elephant, a dog. Yes, a dog. And what is the dog doing? The dog is barking. Good, the dog is barking. And then I got into character for this. And suddenly there was a bit of wind. I'm a tree. And the tree says, oh, not me, love, to the dog. So there's a dog barking, and there's a tree who's quite, he's rejecting the dog. Any guesses? Tree, rejection. Yes, that's it. Barking up the wrong tree. That was James. What is Joseph on about? Barking up the wrong tree.
What is Joseph on about?
Okay, so well done everyone that got the clues for what is Joseph on about. So tonight's show had a bit of theme of childhood memories. So thank you for everyone who've written in, giving me anecdotes, little stories about childhood memories. Some were good, some I didn't think was good sharing tonight, but I'll share some things another time for you. Don't forget that the next broadcast of Sunday night at the Interweb has the theme of VE Day. Yes, VE Day is the theme of the next one. So if you could be dressed up in your wartime clothes, if they still fit you, and you can be there to sing along with the songs in the show, that would be brilliant in true VE Day spirit. And that's next Sunday for Sunday night at the Interweb for VE Day. Now, this is the last part of the show where I sing a song suggestions from you, the audience. and I get loads of song suggestions sent to me during the week. And this time I've tried to mix in the childhood theme with another theme that's been running throughout the broadcast. Can anyone guess what there's been a bit of a theme about today's show? Let's think of the songs Happiness and Hopelessly Devoted to You. Yes, the theme of today's show has been the letter H, because some songs began with H. There's a nice link in the theme. So this one, we're linked to childhood. So what I've done is, out of all the song suggestions, I've whittled it down to 15 this week. Sometimes I have like 30 to 40, as you know. This week there's just 15 because I've whittled them down to songs that begin with the letter H. Okay, here we go. Put it out. I don't know what I'm going to sing. I've got song words and all the music ready because I know some songs and I don't know some of the others. So here we go. This is Hey, What's Going On? This is a song from the 90s. The correct title on research on this was What's Up is the correct title by Four Non Blondes. In the 90s, Hey, What's Going On is how we refer to it. And this is number 4. And number 4 is actually, it's by, sent in from my brother Jake in North Walsham, who says, this is a childhood memory of mine because I remember Mum singing it in the kitchen. That's his mum and my mum and my other brother's mum. Singing in the kitchen. I don't know if this is a song about anger or just not knowing what's going on. Well, thank you, Jake, for the song suggestion. Also, I think it kind of sums up how we all feel. Maybe how you feel right now during the show, what on earth is going on, but also with what's happening at the moment, what is going on. None of us know, but we're all here, we're all together, we're all feeling connected, and we're all up for a bit of fun and song to get us through it. So for Hey, What's Going On, it would be lovely if you could join in and sing along. If you don't know the words, the chorus is Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? And so it'd be lovely if you could join in singing this for the last show of the evening. Here we go. So do you remember to sing along to the chorus? And 25 years of my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made up of this brotherhood of men, and for whatever that we need. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out of what's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my voice, what's going on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, oh my God, do I pray. I pray every single day for a revolution. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out of my head. And I'm feeling a little peculiar. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining me tonight for Sunday night at the Interweb. Hope you've had a good time, all smile to your face. We can all laugh and smile and just be with each other in as many ways we can. So thank you for joining in for tonight. And I said, oh hey, what's going on? 25 years of my life is soon, trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, 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 what's going on? 25 years of my life is spent trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. Trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination.
You have been watching Joseph Ballard. Thank you for joining us at Sunday night at the Interweb, and we hope to see you soon for our next instalment. Take care and good health, everybody!